somehow both remarkable and invisible at the same time. An assertion of identity, we are learning disabled, but also a questioning of identity and an ironic take. Yeah, right. What does the Learning Disabled Theatre of Different Light do? In Welcome to the Different Worlds of Different Light, which we're going to present at 1 o'clock Thursday, tomorrow, here at the Guild Theatre, we present theatre as an event. But the event of theatre is but the trace of the processes of theatre. There is so much more in the processes than the event can capture. Our version of Learning Disabled Theatre challenges myths of ability and disability and myths of origin. The myths we are born into and the myths of our being born. Do you remember being born?
I remember being born. I remember the day I came out of the womb. My mum was there, obviously, and my dad was there. They were both really pleased to see me. I said, hello, on the other side.
Cool. Sophie?
I was born wearing acoustic clothes.
Josie?
I was born with some jaundice and I had to go under the lights for a few days.
Isaac?
I was born a full male adult.
Cool. Damien?
I was born as a twin. My brother was born at 49. I was born at 19 to 9.
Okay. Biddy?
I was born in the bath.
Like Aphrodite. Some people say theatre was born in Greece. Each actor chose a Greek god or goddess. Peter?
I chose to be Zeus, the king of all the gods and the goddesses.
Cool. Matthew?
I'm Apollo. I'm such a guy.
Josie?
And my character is Athena. It's
Warrior.
my name's Athena. I'm tougher than Cena, warrior princess.
Cool. Isaac?
I'm Dionysus. Would you like some whiskey? Would you like some wine or some theatre?
Biddy?
I'm Aphrodite. I'm beautiful and mighty.
Beautiful. Okay. And then Damien?
I'm Hermes, the messenger of the gods.
And in the Hermes question 6, I can't speak. In the Hermes section, Hermes asks some questions. Hermes asks, is there a God in the wheelchair? Is there a God in ChatGPT? Is there a God in disability? Theos ek mechanes. Deus ex machina, the God from the machine. Each week we meet to make theatre. We create theatre texts and narratives born out of our processes of trying to get to know each other better. We create lots of stories, but they do not always complete. Conventional theatre valorises virtuosity and rememoration. We try to develop strategies to shift the terms of the contract between performer and audience. Theatre the event can never capture all that occurs in theatre as a process. At the same time, there is an energy to the event that emerges in whatever connections are made across performer, text, and audience. We play with discourses of truth and sincerity, the kind of testimonial, documentary performance so prevalent in a range of disability theatres. The Different Light performers devise the texts in a theatre as process, but theatre as a process of discovery, creation, and play is often in tension with the formalisation of a theatre text that can be learnt, that can be seen and heard to be learnt, and that can be repeated. Can we find a way in which this kind of learning can be disabled, but creatively, cryptically so? In Welcome to the Different Worlds of Different Light, we used a Māori pepeha, or formal introduction or greeting, in which you announce your river, your mountain, your tribe. But we bent it in a different light way. We use the contacts with people we've met online in recent years in various initiatives of transnational disability solidarity. For example, the work of Katarzyna Zakharova with disabled young people in Russia. What does Katarzyna say about you?
She calls me a Peter the Handsome.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
It's true.
Okay. And then the Do Able Horizon Europe application that involved a whole host of countries and organisations in 11 different countries, including Norway, Zimbabwe and Brazil. And also the project on intellectual disability and ancient Greek theatre that came out of Margarita in Athens. From this, we got a key line and motif for the production that also speaks about being born. The words of Antigone by Sophocles, but in modern Greek for the disabled performers of Margarita. Ego den genithika yanamiso, genithika yanarapo. I was born to join in love, not hate. We also found a song that everyone likes dancing to by Patrick Fernandez. We were born to be. We were born to be.
Alive.
Alive. Cool. And we wrote a different light version of a Eurovision song.
Oh, no.
You've got a line?
Okay.
Yeah?
My name is Peter, I am a Strive member, and I speak for people with Down syndrome.
Cool. Biddy? Can you remember yours?
My name is Betty. I'm on TikTok. I speak love to everyone.
Cool. Isaac, can you remember yours?
My name is Isaac. I like everything Gothic. I like Basque Way and Gonzo.
Cool. Daniel?
My name is Damien. How can we do that? I wonder what time is in Sydney.
Matthew?
My name's Nadia. I'm on South Diet, and I want to save a planet.
Cool. Josie?
And my name is Josie. My family's from England. And my sister is born at Oxford. She's had a baby. His name is Philip. His name is Toddler. And Auntie Josie!
Auntie Josie!
Auntie Josie!
Cool. Thank you. Okay, I showed the performers an article in a newspaper in Christchurch about a 20-year-old autistic young man called Jazz, who was prevented by bureaucracy from getting education and support because he moved from Vancouver to Christchurch. Different Light insisted that I ask him in to our weekly meetings. Jazz comes in. He tells us about the TV networks and programs he loves, and those he vehemently does not love. We do not make theatre with Jazz, but we do try to make a connection. We try to make a space for a place for being together and being different. A chora, a choreography of love. We are trying to make a space, a dancing place for Angie and for Glenn, two of our performers whom we try to honour in the show and on the flyer, as they cannot be with us. Angie and Glenn could not make it with us to Wellington and Melbourne, as the funding we raised for them for performance research would not stretch to covering the 2 support workers each that they are deemed to require. Angie was able to take her place on the stage in Christchurch, and I'll quote from the words of Angie in that performance. My name is Hera. Let me be clearer. I am the queen of all the gods and goddesses. My name is Angie. I move in a wheelchair. I want to go where everyone else goes. Yeah, indeed. We had worked with Glenn in the rehearsal of the Christchurch show. In the past, Glenn has travelled and performed a different light in San Jose, California with Isaac, in Leeds, in Sydney and in Melbourne. He was hospitalised during the production week due to epileptic seizures, which he calls sparking. Glenn chose Hephaestus, god of disability and fire. Their traces, images, audio, video remain in the performance event. Theos ek mechanes. What might Learning Disabled Theatre do? As other presenters this week in this working group have shown, might it find alternative times and spaces for people living with the effects of illness and impairment? What might Learning Disabled Theatre do if we could cryptically disable learning about theatre? If we could learning disable, or some people say crip, or some people say queer, the learned traditions and conventions of space and time, of theatre, what might happen? What different sensorium? What new ways of being together and being different?